we did our research prior to signing on with Datex, and we didn't find a company that could meet our needs up front, nor really we felt we're comfortably meet our needs in the future, except for Datex. And so we signed on with them, and they have not disappointed us. The largest benefit is definitely efficiency and time saving. And it's not just time, but it's also, there's an accountability factor where everybody now knows whose court, the process is in, which helps everybody to stay on track. And it also enables people to get the information they need and continue with their day of work without having to wait on somebody else to get back to them and delay. So, it's been just hugely impactful for us. I'm using Datex on a daily basis, it's open all day on my computer. I'm constantly going through it. I'm looking at a rent roll, I'm looking at a site plan, I'm looking at a balance outstanding, I'm looking at expiration dates or lease terms, and there's always a reason that I'm constantly pinging through it, and then have two windows open to compare two different tenants, being able to quickly come to that information on the fly while on a phone call or in a presentation has been extremely valuable for us. The constant ability to do that is incredible. And we're using it to track tenant sales and be able to pull that up quickly has been huge. To have it update daily instead of, having to go through an older system where you have to actually run a report and print a file, which doesn't happen every day. Getting those daily updates has been amazing. Saved us hundreds of hours of man time, I would say. There's a huge benefit to having everything in one place. I put in notes 6 months ago and they're still there. And, whether that property, maybe we switch some properties around and I'm not leasing that. And now the next leasing rep can take that property over and look at what my notes were for that tenant. And that goes for not just leasing, but also lease administration and accounting and property management and so on and so on. Everybody can leave notes, and then those are, they're there for good. Whoever needs to know the status of a deal can just go right in there and see those terms and see what, the notes that me as a leasing person might have left for them. And that saves them from having to email me, and then I'm on the road and I don't see it for 2 days. So it just totally speeds up that process. In some ways, it can act like a collective memory for the company that you can, recall that information. Previously, a process we did, manually through an Excel document, and then it would get physically signed off on and then approved through an older system with no real ability to leave notes. Any questions would be handled outside of the system. So from a tracking basis, it wasn't the best. The lease application system has been hugely impactful, a huge time saver. Being able to submit right on an online website, pull that up from anywhere in the world on your phone or on your computer, immediately see who has approved it, who hasn't approved it, who commented on it, which attorneys assigned to it, what's the construction budget, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. To have all that information in one place where you don't have to open up a bunch of different files and you don't have to dig through your notes or be on your, the office Wi-Fi system or whatever. It's been, that has been an awesome improvement for us. We put our whole lease assumptions process through Datex, and so that used to be an extremely manual process with a huge Excel sheet, and now that's something that gets that gets released from the accounting department. Leasing reps can go in, submit all of their assumptions. It goes right to our SVP to approve. From there, it gets circulated through our accounting department so that they are aware of it. It all happens automatically, and it just creates such a better process than the more manual process we had before. So being able to have that in just a totally easy to use, accessible to everybody platform it's cleared up lines of communication, by tenfold. I do definitely think that the system continues to get better, and they seem to keep adding new features the longer that we've been using it, and not just ones we're asking for, but ones that come in from other, other users, and then they say, hey, maybe this would be good for Acadia, and we agree, and we plug that in. So, it just becomes a more and more valuable tool. I would, and I have recommended Datex, and I think that there's a lot of firms that could really benefit from just having that ease of access to their information, to just help them make smart decisions and help them make quicker decisions than they could otherwise do. I think the summary is better decisions and more efficient decisions. It's not just a time saver to get stuff done just as quick as possible. It's also getting done in the correct way.